As it has to do with the budget, if the president presents the budget, I mean, the budget is to move the country forward. So if it's well intended for the people, why should we be worried that anybody will shoot it down?
They planned it. It was the members of the public that resisted. They said, don't even process the budget. It was as bad as that. And they will not, any policy of government, they will oppose. What are we going to do? And we cannot move on when there is an opposition. It means we have to go back to them and listen to an opposition that will not accept your policy. But we are lucky. The time frame is small, it's short. It's between now and December and February and May. Just let everyone pray that it doesn't go nowhere. It can.
So between now and December, now that the House has adjourned the sitting till December 3rd, I mean, is it possible for them to reconvene the House without the Speaker?
Everybody is busy. They will not try that because they are looking for nomination, they are going for congresses. So this is a period of peace and reconciliation and the adjustment within the National Assembly between now and December 3rd. You can see the timing. It's a planned thing. The timing was perfect. Very perfect. And no one must give it to the opposition. This one they've done, it's a master stroke for PDP to see how clever this opposition can be.
If PDP says to their members, we need your cooperation to get him out.
They need 240. They need APC members too. And they can hardly get those numbers because APC will resist too.
So why did PDP say they are not worried about his movement from...
How can you say you are not worried when the Speaker is in opposition? You have to be worried. He's the presiding officer. And it dictates and determines what goes on in the House of Reps. If you put up your hand and it doesn't call you, you cannot speak. So you can pick the people they will have rehearsed what they are going to talk about before coming to the floor. That's what happens. They rehearse a lot of things. Things like that don't happen normally. This is the question you will ask. This is the answer you will give. This to make sure that they are in control. So the Speaker will not recognize you if you are not part of the system on what they are going to discuss. So you just raise up your hand or you walk out.
So what role will the minority leader, will they have any major role to play?
Again, the Speaker, no. He will not even recognize them to speak. He will not. It's when you are recognized to speak, they will have done a lot of homework behind the scene. So when they get there, you will not know what they've discussed. It will just be allowing people who are in consonance with his own thinking to speak, and can disrupt things.
You know, I'm getting a clue from what you're saying, but I still want to see it as the selflessness to serve a nation. If we truly have that in our minds, I don't think there will be any problems, because if we go to the United States, where the Speaker of the House of Representatives, even from 2013, 12 until moment, is a Republican, while you have a Democrat as a president, well, things still go on smoothly.
No. They are giving Obama a hell of problem.
Yeah, they are, but not the way it's been painted when you compare to our own kind of politics.
This is Nigerian situation.
It's about principles and issues based. But ours, if you look at it critically, people have been complaining without even looking at some of the issues. When we came about the issue of filibustering about the budget, then it is legal, and they have to fight and see how they can win their way and have their way during that period. So why don't we start seeing it that anytime we have issues in the National Assembly, it must be something that has to be with the nation, things that we can have to discuss and brainstorm about, unlike what we have heard people saying now that no, you can't be the Speaker, or you must leave, you must lose your seat, without actually testing the operations of the House of Representatives.
Let me give you my own experience. When I was in the Senate, you had friends. You will have discussed issues with your friends with a caucus. They will have agreed with you. But on the eve of decision taking, if you ask him again, he will say, my leadership have told me what to do. And that will be final. Everybody has leadership behind him in the National Assembly. All these things Tambuwal did was with the connivance of his governor. Because we ask him, what he will say is that I am acting on instruction. He will never act independently because he is going back to his constituency to explain to them his action.
But when he was a PDP member, did he act independently or instruction of the PDP?
It was instruction of his governor. They had this agenda before he became the speaker. He was not supposed to be the speaker. But nobody knew where they were going. It was premeditated, it was pre-planned. You know, people from that section of the country, don't underrate them.
In closing,
they plan a lot.
In closing, what's your advice so that we have a smooth transition leading up to 2015 elections?
Yes, we must pray. It could lead to a lot of problems.
Adola says to ask you, if the PDP constitution says no candidate must contest against a sitting president.
No. That's what I said. I said, if the National Working Committee, in their collective wisdom, has given the first offer of refusal to a sitting president, and the president has accepted, it becomes the rules of the game.
All right, thank you for coming on. Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe is a member of the PDP, a former Minister of Transport, and also a former senator. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.